Hi guys, I know a lot of you have been waiting for my disappointing products video since I mentioned that I was going to film one. I did actually film it ages ago, like weeks and weeks ago, and I've been putting off putting it up because I thought I'm actually going to refilm it because I wasn't happy with it. There are various products that I discovered while making the video had kind of changed slightly, or they swatched different to the way that they swatched when I first bought them, or you know, the actual formula was completely different because it had been left for however many months. I'm dealing with so many ulcers right now, I can't open my mouth. I'm talking like that's why I sound really strange right now. However many products had changed, or I kind of felt like maybe I'd been too harsh about them. I was going to refilm it. I can't find the bag of stuff. I'm fairly certain that I must have packed it in a moving frenzy because we are moving in a couple of weeks. So I'm just going to put it up, but I thought I would put in a little intro. This is the intro. And just kind of disclaim a little bit. Everything that I dislike, all the disappointing products, they're disappointing to me. They might be your favourite products, but what I like won't necessarily be what you like, and what I dislike, you know what I mean. And so, you know, just because it's disappointing to me doesn't mean it's a bad product. It just means that it didn't fit my expectations. My expectations may have been wrong. There's a Burberry palette I'm going to mention that I know I don't like because of what it is. It's not because it's wrong or because it's bad. It's just I expected more and my expectations were different to what the actual product was. So it's not a fair thing to say it's a bad product, but I was really disappointed. So anyway, bear that in mind. Take my kind of criticism with a pinch of salt. If you've got the products and love them, then great. And if you've got the products and you were kind of disappointed by them initially, then please let me know how you made them work for you. And maybe some of the products that I found had changed over time, if you have them and you've put them in a drawer like I did, give them another go and see if they maybe have changed and they might work for you as well. So yeah, just kind of, I'm gonna put it out there. Here's the video and I hope you enjoy it. Hi guys, today I'm going to film a disappointing products video. I don't film very many of these because I kind of just forget about them, to be quite honest. I review a lot of stuff, I try a lot of different things, and the stuff that I don't like I'll mention in blog posts, but then I kind of just forget about it and I'll give it away to friends or throw it away if it was really, really bad and I didn't think anyone else was going to want to try it. But I was kind of going through some stuff recently and clearing some stuff out, and I thought I'm actually going to put some stuff aside that I think is worth talking about. So I'm going to start with lip products. Excuse my half kind of stained swatched hand. I have just filmed a Periscope preview of this. If you don't already know about Periscope, it's kind of like a video version of Twitter, like a live broadcast thing on your phone. I'm kind of just getting into it. I'm trying to be more active in it, but you can kind of comment and people can comment back to you whilst they're filming, which is really cool. It's like a live version of YouTube that's a little bit easier to do than, say, the live broadcast on YouTube because the things pop up on the screen as you talk. So I like those. So I thought I'd do a little preview and see what you guys thought about some of these products. So if you saw that, you may have seen some of these already. But I'm going to start with one of the newer items, and it's this. The Revlon, what are they called? Ultra HD lipsticks. I did review these in my blog, so if you've seen that, you'll know what I think about them. There's nothing wrong with them per se. It's just they are disappointing because they're not Ultra HD. They're not what I think of to be Ultra HD. I thought that they were going to be really highly saturated, bold, pigmented colour, and they're just really not. I mean, the best one that I have here is Orchid, and it is quite bold. I mean, I'll swatch that a little bit for you there. That's probably the best of the bunch, but it's still not super opaque on the lips. Probably the weakest one is Peony. I still really like it as a product. I just think it's disappointing for the name, and that's this one there. You can kind of see it a little bit. It's a little bit patchy. It's just not Ultra HD to me. You might love it, but to me it's more like a lip butter repackaged as something else. So that's my kind of first one. I have a couple of things from Revlon actually. The second one has been out for a little while. I know I haven't mentioned it in a disappointing products video, but I'm not even sure if they still make it. It's the Colorstay Moisture Stain. This was not good. Depending on where you keep these, depends on how the texture is going to be when you initially apply it. When I first got one and put it on, it was really bitty and odd. How it's going to apply now, I don't know. Yeah, there you go. So you see how it's kind of missed a whole chunk. It's a really strange formula. It's kind of thick and gloopy and not at all what you imagine it would be. I've seen these on other people and reviewed on blogs, and they look completely amazing, and they look nothing like that on me at all. They wear horribly, really patchy and just not nice. I would love to know if you guys like these. Don't take any of this as these products are just terrible, don't even try them. These are just my personal experiences, and if you want to disagree, feel free. We can't all love the same things, and sometimes it's just a bad experience. Sometimes it just didn't work for you, or maybe you got a bad product, but I've got 3 of these and I don't like any of them. The colour, by the way, of that one was Barcelona Lights. I like the colour, really nice colour, didn't like the formula. The last Revlon lip product is a Colorstay Ultimate Suede, and this was a little while ago, so I really don't know if you can still get these, but if you can, I wouldn't bother. They're really, really strange in formula again, quite patchy. There you can see. Quite patchy, really uncomfortable to wear. They become a little bit like lip coat. And they were called Colour Suede. So me, as a matte loving lipstick girl, I thought they were going to be matte. They're not at all, and they just feel really weird and a little bit tacky, and then they feel really plasticky on the lips, and they don't wear very nicely. So yeah, I have 2 of those that I'm never going to use again. Something I was so excited about because it's the most amazing colour, and very occasionally I will still wear this for videos that are going to be super short because I love the colour so much, but I know that within 10 minutes it's going to look horrible. The Matte Me Ultra Smooth Matte Lip Cream from Sleek. This colour in particular, it's called Brink Pink. It's beautiful. It's like a neon. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Love, love, love that colour. If anybody knows of anything else that looks like this that I can buy that is not awful, tell me and I will buy it. I don't care how much it costs. I love that so much. It is like an ultra neon pink, and on the lips it looks incredible. Super matte, dries really fast, and I thought, wow, this is going to last so well. It wasn't too uncomfortable, but it was very, very dry. I tried it applied very thin. I tried it applied several layers, thickly, whatever. It's horrible. Within 10 minutes to half an hour, it starts to just deteriorate from the inside of your lips outwards, and so you end up with just a lip line. Whether you're eating or drinking or nothing at all, it's going to deteriorate. I would love to know if someone else finds that this works differently on them, but I was so disappointed by this. I would be wearing this every day if it worked. I know it's a bold colour, but I just love it, and it just was extra disappointing because I really wanted it to be gorgeous and wear nicely, but it didn't. These 2 Glam Mattes I got from, I don't know why I picked 2 of these and I only showed you 1 of some of the other ones, but I felt like extra disappointed, obviously. The Glam Matte from L'Oreal, number 1. How can you be a matte gloss? You can't, that's insane. So let's just address that right away, that's annoying. This one, Cherry Crop, really, really nice colour. Again, one I would wear all the time. It's a nice formula when you apply it. Very, very bold. This is kind of more like what I imagined the Revlon Ultra HD to be. Very, very bold, saturated colour, very opaque. The thing that really bugged me about this, I mean, it's very, very glossy. There's nothing matte about it. It's a bizarre name. But the thing that bugged me was how badly it bleeds so quickly and so fast and just so terribly all around my lips. It wasn't even, oh, there's a little bit of feathering here or there. It looked like, I can't even, like, I don't know, I was an extra on the Vampire Diaries. It was just all over my mouth within an hour. Awful. Really, really, really terrible. Feathery, fuzzy looking lip line. Again, disappointing. The last lip product that I have, in fact, I did mention in the disappointing products, one thing, if you did kind of like the idea of the Glam Matte, something I really like that's a good dupe is the Freedom Pro Melts. I'm not a big fan of the butters, that is more of a gloss, and I'm not really a gloss kind of girl. But these are kind of somewhere between a lipstick and a gloss. They're very, very thick, they last a long time, and when the shine wears off, they're almost like a matte stain. And these are really similar in texture in that they're, you can kind of see, very, very bold, highly pigmented liquid lipstick, but you don't get the same kind of feathering. With the very, very bright red colour, only one for some reason. Red. Why does red always feather worse than others? I do find that it's a little bit better to wear a lip liner because there can be a slight bit of feathering. Nothing compared to the L'Oreal. So if you did like the L'Oreal, or you were kind of thinking about it but you didn't want to have that situation, I'd recommend you try the Freedom ones. Yeah, the last lip product is this YSL Glossy Stain. As it goes, I love these. I've recommended these so many times. The L'Oreal version can be really hit and miss. I tend to find that the L'Oreal ones, one of them can be amazing, just as good as the YSL, and then 3 of them will be terrible. Whereas the YSL ones across the board, I've always said, it's worth spending more on the YSL ones because you know they're going to be good. This one wasn't good at all. The shade that I have is 39. and it was patchy. I mean, it doesn't look, I mean, it doesn't even go on that nicely when you kind of swatch it. None of them kind of go super opaque, you do have to build it up. But it was really patchy as it wore, and I just didn't like it. I was really disappointed with that one. And I don't know if they've kind of diluted the line as they've gone along because they've got no more shades now, but that was not a great representation of the line. I played with the lighting a little bit, it seemed to be getting a little bit dark, so fingers crossed that is better for you now. Let me just remove these swatches I have. Do you see? Look at that! In theory, that Brink pink is the most long-lasting thing in the entire world, but in actual fact, it's not. So, I'm going to try and do this in categories, and I have eyes next. I'll go with the eyeliners. And they are these. First, I have liners that kind of fall into exactly the same category, and they are these weird angle liners that have become popular. I have a couple from Smashbox, I have one from Maybelline and one from their Real, which we'll all be familiar with. This push-up liner, what is it all about? Why did they make it like this? I don't know. Do you like this? Does this work for you? It's okay, I can make it work, but I find that it gives me a way too thick line. It's much more difficult to work with, and I don't know if it's the gel that's in the pen or just the applicator itself. The applicator itself gives a really nice cat eye flick, but the rest of it is really difficult. I find it really, really hard to use these. So I don't know if it's kind of a specific eye shape that this works better for, and I'm just not it, or what it is. But I would love to know if you love these, because other brands keep bringing them out, so we must be buying them. And even Benefit seem to think that this is like an amazing thing and it's a bestseller and they've brought out new colours. Do you love this? Has this revolutionised your eyelining? I don't know. I don't love it. Of the ones that I have, the Maybelline one was the easiest one to deal with. I'm assuming this is something that comes down to the actual formula, the easiest one to actually apply. And then I have two new ones from Smashbox that I tried to use yesterday, which was just a mess. The black one, it was okay. It didn't look that great. I applied it just before I made my, some of my short hair video bit. So if you saw me with the kind of messy eyeliner there, that was that. But I also applied this, and this is what colour is this? Lilac. The purple version. Actually quite like this one, and I don't think that the texture is any different. I think all it is that because it's not a really, really bold, harsh colour, that it doesn't really matter if you don't get it super, super precise. So I quite like this. I would probably apply this kind of as a winged liner by itself and then use a regular liquid liner just to get a really, really small line underneath it, you know what I mean? To kind of like a double liner situation. Since I have the purple hair, I kind of wanted this to work as well, so maybe I tried a little bit harder, but I liked this one. I probably would try coloured ones, but the black ones just are too messy for me. Two liquid liners I tried recently that I just couldn't get along with. The Milani one wasn't going to go in there. I tried it this morning, and I tried it for the first time this morning, and I have to put it in there because I really didn't like it. I can't, I know it's unfair because I've only just tried it today, but it's weird. It's like gloopy. You see how sticky that is? Let me zoom in for you so you can actually see. Woo! How sticky this eyeliner is. It's like really gloopy. Yuck. Yeah, it's just not for me. Really, really difficult to apply. And the weird thing about this was it was so thick. It was like a lip gloss. It was so thick when I applied it, I could see it through my eyelashes. It was that thick. It was weird. So it's probably, it says up to 24-hour wear. And as I was applying it, I thought, this stuff is supposed to last a really long time. And it probably does. But it's not the easiest to apply. I would not recommend this for a beginner. It's okay, but it was not my favourite. Again, not all of these products are going to be like really, really horrible, just things that I don't particularly like. The Makeup Revolution eyeliner isn't for me either. The reason that I don't like this one is that the brush is not flexible at all. If you like a felt tip eyeliner, you'll probably really like this, but I like a brush with some flexibility. The formula on this is fine, nothing wrong with the formula. You could kind of dip a brush in it or something if you really wanted to use it up. But the tip has got no flexibility. It is like, I don't know if you can see that, but it's just a completely solid felt tip effectively, but in a normal liquid liner thing. So if you're expecting it to be a brush, you would be disappointed. If you wanted a felt tip liner, then you might like it. that is it for eyeliners. I do have one eyebrow pencil in here, and it's from Essence in Soft Blonde. It's just kind of a don't even bother kind of product. Look. Can you see what I'm drawing? Maybe a little. No, the harsh light is probably not doing anything for you, but let me... Oh, there we go. You have to really press on to get any colour at all. It's a real shame, it's very, very dry. It's a real shame because the colour itself is really nice. It's a very ash kind of colour that I would like, but the formula is awful. And it's kind of, it's weird, it's like dry, but it's sticky, it's odd. So I don't like that, I wouldn't recommend it. I have two mascaras here. Mascaras I could talk all day about, but I just threw out a ton. So I can't even get into all of the mascaras that I've been disappointed by, but I thought I would kind of put two in together that are very similar. So if you don't like one, you'll probably not like the other. And both of these have been quite popular, so bear in mind it's a personal thing. Mascaras, very much like foundation. If you love it, I probably will hate it. It's something that we can't all love the same thing. But the Miss Manga Mega Volume, and this is a slightly different brush because this is one of the newer, I think it's Black Angel. It's just kind of like nothing bristles. There's lots of bristles. So if you're kind of like those big, thick, if you like Great Lash from Maybelline, if you like Bad Gal from Benefit, the ones that I feel are just like, they don't do anything. They don't catch your lashes. They just coat your lashes, and there's a lot of bristles, so it's going to apply a lot of product. It's going to give you that kind of fanned out, clumped together look. Not for me. And the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara, which I really wanted to like because I love the name. And the whole product in itself, it's metal, it's heavy, it feels luxurious. I don't like it. It's the same kind of thing. It's just really way too flexible brushes or bristles. It just holds a lot of product. It's going to give you the real black, lots of mascara kind of look, whereas I prefer more defined, lengthened lashes than kind of clumped together, thick, black all over my eyes. But you know, each to their own. What works for my lashes does not work for yours, etc. I have two eyeshadows here. One of them is kind of unfair because I didn't really know what I was buying, but I'm going to mention it because it was freaking expensive. And it's the Burberry, I think this was a limited edition, gold complete eye palette, and I don't even think it says it here. No, it doesn't. It just says complete eye palette. Now, pretty much everything from Burberry is supposed to look natural, and all the eyeshadows look sheer. They're kind of a wash of colour. Now, when you swatch these, and when I swatch them in the store, they are gorgeous. I will swatch them for you. Really beautiful and quite pigmented. So, you know, you swatch these, you think, wow, they're gorgeous. You know, well worth a little splurge if you're wanting to treat yourself. I'll do a little swatch for you. You can kind of see there, metallic, nice, nice, nice. When you try and apply it with a brush, there's just no point at all. Let me just see if I can get anything like a comparison. I mean, I did a video on my other channel, a kind of first impressions Burberry makeup. It was the first time I'd used it, and I was like putting more and more on. You couldn't even see it. So if I kind of apply, where shall I apply this? I'll apply this here. Oh, you can see it, you can. They're ruining my point. Maybe you have to use the brushes that it comes with, I don't know. Let me try the dark colour. No, it kind of shows up. Maybe you have to use the brushes that came with it. You're ruining things for me right now. Watch that video and you will see what I mean. A lot of people kind of agreed with me. A few people said, well, look, you kind of didn't know what you were getting yourself into. It's supposed to be a sheer wash of colour. And I just thought with those kind of colours, I'd be able to get quite a nice bronze smoky eye, and it just looked like nothing. So don't be fooled. This is not, I mean, you know, that's not a lot of anything, but still, go to that video and see what I mean. I was just disappointed. It's like £50 for an eyeshadow palette. Never would I ever spend that normally. I was just having a seriously mad moment, and I think more than anything, I'm disappointed for myself that I spent that much money, so maybe disregard that. But I'm telling you, I was really disappointed, and in that video you can kind of see why. But I am still tempted to get a single one. The Pale Barley is still calling out to me. Everyone says it's amazing, and I know I'll be disappointed by that one as well. So please, someone tell me it's horrible and I won't buy it. Next, NARS Kalahari. This is my only NARS eyeshadow. I don't know if I've had them in the past. I think not. I've always wanted to buy the New York one just because it's called New York, and it's kind of a berry tone. So every kind of autumn, winter time, I think I'm gonna buy it, and then I never do. This was one that I bought on a whim, but I was at the store, or like by the stand, and I was looking through images online, for swatches and kind of seeing what people thought and what were the best sellers and stuff. And this is one of their best selling duos, and you can kind of see why. It's a neutral, nice kind of bronzy look. It's definitely the kind of colours that I would go for. You can see it swatched. It's nice, you know, my kind of colours, very similar to the Burberry one. But the bronze colour that is the nicest colour of the two, this one, has the most horrendous fallout to the point where I just can't wear it. It's really pretty, but I can't get over the fact that halfway through my day I have glitter all over my face. And it's not like it's a glittery eyeshadow, there's no good reason. I avoid glitter eyeshadows, I avoid things with pieces of glitter. You can't really even see it on my eyes, but it's all over my face. So that is my main reason for that. Disappointing product because glitter, 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 and it's not even a glitter eyeshadow. It doesn't even enhance the eyeshadow, I don't get it. Next, we will go on to base, because I have a few products for base. Start with the foundation, which might be a bit of a controversial one because I know people love this, but Makeup Forever HD, how the heck do you make this work for you? I don't like the feeling of it. I don't like silicone-y primers. In fact, silicone primers kind of just put me off primers altogether because I thought they all felt like that. It feels like grease on my skin, and oily skin, greasy feeling stuff doesn't kind of go together. You don't want it to feel like that. So I really don't like this. I want to make it work though. So you tell me how to do this and make it work and make it feel like it's not sliding all over my face, because I put it on and it looks really nice. But at any time during the day, if I touch my face, I'm basically just wiping it off. It just sits on my skin. If you're a face toucher, I don't think this is for you, but I'm open to suggestion because this is nearly a full bottle and I really, really want to try it. For those wondering, the shade I have is N115. But yeah, I don't know, that's a big one that everybody loves. Two other products that I've heard a lot of good things about that just don't work for me. The Hard Candy Glamouflage. This was sent to me by Marnie, Miss Gold Girl, in our swap. It's just too thick, it's really strange. I mean, it's very, very pale, so here we go. Wait a second, because that is kind of funny. What came out there was like an oiliness and then a little bit of something. So I'm kind of thinking the two products that I have in my hand are very, very similar, because the first time I used this, and every time since, not recently, I must admit, but kind of within a couple of weeks of each other, I thought, no, I'm going to persevere. And it was just really, really dry, very, very opaque, and I couldn't blend it, just would not blend. And everyone told me to use a wet beauty blender, so I did, and I just couldn't make it work. Now, hang on. Okay. This now feels totally different. It looks completely different. Okay, now, let me tell you why I didn't like the Kat Von D. This was like impossible to blend in too dry. The Kat Von D was really oily and just had nothing to it, and so I just didn't understand how it was ever going to cover a tattoo, because it's like the tattoo concealer. However, I'm wondering if both of these products kind of need mixing up. The equivalent of like shaking before use. No, this is still really oily. See, that's the Kat Von D. I just don't even get this. It's just like an oily residue on my skin right now, even after kind of manipulating it. And people have told me I'm wrong about this. I've used this in videos and I've gone, please tell me where I'm going wrong. And I just don't get it. Try again. No. No, I'm not convinced by the Kat Von D. However, because that is just grease on my hand there. But the Glamouflage, I might have to give a second shot, because that is a much nicer consistency. Still quite pale, but for under the eyes and kind of highlighting, that might be nicer, but I think it might be a kind of shake before use situation. But tell me about the Kat Von D. What's this all about? Because it doesn't work for me at all. Is it very, very thick? Is it a bad one that I've got? I don't know. So that was a bit of a random one. But you know, as we go through, I'm prepared to be proved wrong by these products. I have two more concealers, which are kind of high-end. One of them is Clarins Eclat Minute, or in English, Instant Light Brush on Perfector. It's this one. It's kind of their version of the Touche Eclat, whatever you want to call it. It's really, really nice. I was using this for ages, and I'm so desperately looking for the glitter now, and I cannot see it, but I'm telling you it's there. I was using this kind of underneath my eyes, around my nose, really liked it. Very, very nice consistency. It doesn't kind of fall into the creepy lines around your eyes and stuff. It's another one of those products that's got hidden glitter. I'm telling you it has. I cannot see it. but it has. As it dries, I just found glitter all over my face every single time I've tried this product. And I tried it with loads of different things. There's nothing else I was using that was glittery. I don't know. It's a mystery. But I hate glitter on my face. So that was disappointing. The last one for base is kind of an on the fence kind of product. It's the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Flawless Wear Concealer. Now, when I first started using this, I was like, wow, this is way too thick and you can't blend it. And I still kind of agreed with that to a degree. If you put it on top of any foundation, just like on top of a regular set foundation, normally double wear, it doesn't blend. It's not a nice consistency. However, today, this is all I'm wearing. And it's one of those products that's quite nice to have for travel. You know, like if you were just going for a night away, or maybe you're staying at a friend's house and you don't want to take a full makeup bag. This is really nice because it's basically 2 products in one. If you are someone that can go without a full face of concealer and you just kind of want to do a little bit, I do like chin around the nose, my forehead and under my eyes, it can be a good kind of 2-in-1 product, but you have to moisturize first. And I don't generally put anything on my face before my base products. I don't put moisturizer, I don't use serum, I don't use primer. So it took me a while to realize that it works best like that. I've been using this Clearly Youthful Hydrating Day Serum from Superdrug. Really like this. It's supposed to have all day shine control. I don't know about that. But it feels really nice and it's a nice base for makeup if you are so inclined. Like I said, don't do that when I'm wearing normal foundation, but with this it's an absolute essential. So it does work, but it doesn't work as a regular concealer. For me, it's this kind of weird hybrid product, and I will continue to use it like that. But if you have the double wear products, like the base products, the foundations, and love those, I wouldn't recommend that you try this. I have seen reviews where people have raved about this. I've seen people apply this on top of double wear, on top of double wear foundation and be like, wow, this is amazing, I love it. I don't get it, it doesn't work like that for me. So take everything I'm telling you with a pinch of salt. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean you won't love it. And like I say, if you have tried any of these products and you don't agree, you disagree with what I'm saying, feel free to tell me I'm wrong. We can't agree on everything. And you know, that is the way that the world is, but I don't like that. Last base product, I think I said that about the other thing, but that's actually not true. This is the last base product. I suppose this is kind of cheeks. We'll move into cheeks. The Illamasqua Gleam highlighter. This is so nothing. This is what it is, right? It looks nice. That is like full whack as it can be there. Hang on, I'm running out of space on my hand. Okay, it's there. Can you kind of see that? But this is a full swatch. And it's just catching the light. Let me see if I can get... This is kind of difficult because I have a kind of sheeny situation going on right now, but let's see if we can add to it. Because I don't think that we can. If anything, I feel like that's dulled something a little bit. This just doesn't do much. And also bear in mind that we have a full light situation going on. I just don't think that that adds anything. I was already kind of sheeny, so that's not really the best example. Let me show you on my hand. It's just really kind of just okay, and it doesn't last at all. It's a kind of weird consistency. It's a weird, it should be cream to powder, but it's more creamy than anything else, and it's expensive. I just think there's so many more products out there for so much less money than this that do better things. If you would like a highlighter video, I would happily make one. Really into highlighters and kind of glowy products right now, but that's just kind of, it does something, but I think for the money I always expect it to do something more, and it just doesn't. It's just a bit blah, and I definitely can't photograph it. When I reviewed that for my blog, I was just like, I would probably have had to stand directly in this light to get a gleam off there, but in normal daylight there was nothing at all, which is, no, we don't normally stand under these lights, do we? The other cheap product that I have is the Makeup Revolution The One Fluid Blusher. I really liked these when I first tried them, but as they've kind of sat in my drawer, they've just become like an oily mess. So I can kind of see, I saw some bad reviews of these when they first came out and people were like, oh, there's no pigment to them, they're just kind of oily and blah. And I was like, no, mine's really nice, but it's just not now. So I don't know if perhaps it depends on where you store them or what. but I think I'm just going to kind of get rid of them because the ones that I liked, I'm not going to use anymore because they have kind of turned into that. It's a nice idea, and maybe if you've got particularly dry skin, you might still like them, but for oily skin, like just as I'm moving it around, it's like, I don't like it. But yeah, I didn't really like that. It worked for maybe a week, and then when they sat there, even after shaking up, it just seemed to be really oily. Am I on to my very last product? I feel like maybe I am. I am. So I was looking for a black nail polish. I wanted to do black nails, and I decided that I was gonna pick out something a little bit different, and I found this OPI My Private Jet, and it just made me think I have to mention this in this video because it's one of my favorite nail polishes, and it's the worst nail polish that I own for chipping. This probably will chip. If I do it like in the morning, it's chipped by the evening. It's so thin. It's the most beautiful color on the nails. It's supposed to kind of look like a runway, so it looks like tarmac with little glistening bits in it. It really is so beautiful. I'll try and do, in fact, let's try and do a close-up. Shall we try and do a close-up? Because whenever I say I'm going to insert something, I never do I? There we go. Look at that. How beautiful. It's like the galaxy or something. Oh, absolutely amazing. I love it so much, and I hate it so much all at the same time. It is so beautiful. If somebody knows of another brand that makes a dupe for this, please let me know that's not like Chip Central. Because it's so gorgeous, but it's so terrible at the same time. But that's it for this video. I know I say that's it like it's a really quick one, but it's probably like 40 minutes long. So I'm gonna go and paint my nails with this now and immediately regret it. It's just so pretty. And just stare at it for hours. But I hope that this was useful for some of you. It's not all bad, it's not all negative. Disappointing doesn't mean terrible. It just means it's not what I expected, or it's not as good as I wanted it to be, or whatever. Some of these products are okay. Some of them, a lot of them, I will continue to use. They're just kind of, I don't know, because I don't mind spending money on something if it's a bit of a treat. Lipsticks are almost always, I say that after a whole lipstick rant, but lipsticks are almost always like a safe choice. In fact, I don't think any of these things that I mentioned, I know there were like 3 lipsticks, but you know, if you buy like a matte lipstick, chances are if you get the formula that you like, then you're gonna like it. It might just be the colour, and then it's kind of your fault choosing the wrong colour. But I feel like lipsticks and blushes and stuff generally are the things that I don't mind spending a little bit of money on, because it's a bit of a treat and you're never really disappointed with something. Unless you spend a lot of money. But if I spend a lot of money on something, then I really want it to be a bit better, or feel like a treat, or at least work in the way that I expect it to work. And I know sometimes that's unfair because you have unfair or unreasonable expectations, but I still feel disappointed all the same. So yeah, feel free to disagree with me. I know some people will, but that is what makes YouTube so great. We can't all agree, and I want you to disagree with me. I want you to tell me that I'm wrong about some of these products, and I want you to tell me how I'm using them wrong, and how I can use them differently to love them, because I want to love everything that I have. So please tell me, and please, if anybody knows how I can make the Burberry eyeshadows better, I would love to hear about that, because they were so expensive. It's painful. But I'm gonna go now, and I will see you guys in my next video.